first story takes us to the magical realm of master magician Jerry Andrus.
Jerry has nothing up his sleeve, and his hands are not quicker than the eye.
But this incredible illusionist proves that seeing is not always believing.
Jerry Andrus's house looks innocent from the outside, but inside lurks a strange collection of gadgets that has helped this house become known as the Castle of Chaos.
I was born with an insatiable curiosity, and I've always wondered about things. I've wondered about how nature works. I've wondered about how the human mind works. And I've experimented and tinkered with things ever since I was a child. Sometimes the doorbell rings, I go out, and it's one of the neighborhood kids, or more often not several of the neighborhood kids, and they may want me to do a trick for them, and I enjoy doing that. I'll show you a card trick.
You touch two cards that are together in the deck. These two right here. Okay, these are the two I'm going to use. Now you hold the cards. I'm going to show you the two cards you touched. Look, 6 of hearts and the 4 of spades. Watch. Look at that. Now, some people say, Jerry, where did that dollar come from? I'm going to show you where the dollar came from. It came from right where it is going back to. Gone. And there's your trick.
Thank you. You're welcome. You might say that the eye sees, but it's what our mind perceives that we accept as the truth. This is what I call my paradox box. You might be wondering, why do I call it a paradox box? Well, actually, it's sort of a negative box. I'm going to add this panel to it. And if I add this panel, and although I've added something to it, it will look like I have taken something away. It looks like the corner has been cut off and built in. Now I'm going to punch a hole in the corner, and now you can see into the box. And now I'm going to push this steel shaft through these 2 holes. And you see a very curious phenomena, as if this straight shaft has gone around the corner. Now I'm going to show you what the paradox box actually is. It's simply a cardboard box that I have painted. This is the outside of a cardboard box. I have painted that so that the inside looks like the outside, and so there you have the paradox box.
This peaceful black and white setting will soon come alive, thanks to one of Jerry's most astounding creations.
This is what I call my trizonal space warper. I'm going to spin this disc. I want you to stare right at the center. This is a disc with 3 zones, sort of logarithmic spirals. Keep your eyes on the center. And this is going to give you an after effect very briefly. And I want you to keep staring right at the center of the trizonal space warper. Now we project a still picture on your screen, and it will look like it is moving because you have just been looking at the trizonal space warper. And this effect is sort of powerful right at first, and then it fades out. 10, 15 seconds, it's totally gone.
For those of you who'd like to experience this amazing illusion again, here it is.
Stare right into the center of the spinning disc. Remember, keep your eyes focused on the center. Keep staring. Now, when the still picture appears on the screen again, it looks like the clouds are bubbling and the hills are alive.
Years ago, I saw a drawing, actually it was in a magic magazine, of one of these impossible figures. It looked like a box, a crate type thing. I wondered immediately, I wonder if I couldn't actually build one of those things and photograph it. And so what I did is I took little matchsticks and I glued them together and put them in a certain configuration, and then I looked at it and saw that this looked like it was possible.
After weeks of careful planning, Jerry set out to build his most mind-boggling illusion.
Jerry created an elaborate arrangement of boards and ropes to form a box that should not be able to exist.
In case you're wondering how this baffling box works, a board in the rear passes in front of a board in front, and a board in front passes behind a board in the rear. It's as simple as that.
As we move towards the crate, the illusion slowly disappears. The sides of the box shift and no longer meet.
Closer inspection shows how the boards have been painstakingly arranged. Ropes tied to the boards seem to be holding the illusion together.
When we are fooled, normally, we're not fooled because we're not perceptive nor not knowledgeable. We're fooled because our mind is working the way it should.
We wanted to see more of this incredible perceptual magic firsthand. So please welcome Jerry Andrus. Welcome. That's fascinating stuff. Jerry, what would you like to start with?
Well, let's start with this. These represent two large brass nuts. They're fastened solidly together. If I turn them, they may look like they are not, but they're fastened solidly together. And the strange thing about it is if I put this straight metal shaft through here like this, it seems to violate some natural law. It looks like it has to be bent going around the corner to go through this hole and that hole. Actually, these are reversed. They're built in reverse. Where the hollows are, you tend to see humps. You see, and they're not nuts at all. But yet, into thinking these are humps instead of hollows.